Welcome back, everybody, to Raven's Ramblings. I'm your host, Raven, and today we're going to dive back into one of the most powerful and sacred nights on a witch's calendar. We're going to talk about Samhain, the witch's new year. This is going to be the night where the veil between worlds is at its thinnest, and the living and the dead are closer than a whisper. So, and I know I've already done my Wheel of the Year stuff, but this is just kind of a little recap since it's like next week. So Samhain. Now, I personally pronounce it Samhain. Some people pronounce it Samhain or even Samhain. Oh, I can't with that one. That one bugs a bejeebus out of me. But it depends on where you're from and where you put that accent at. It is an ancient Celtic festival marking the end of the harvest season and the start of the dark half of the year. This is the time when the fields go fallow or bare and the animals are brought in from pasture and the communities would gather to honor their ancestors and prepare for the winter. For us modern witches, we don't have to do quite so much. So Samhain is really more of a time of endings and beginnings. It's a death and rebirth all wrapped into one. So you could think of it kind of like both a funeral and a birthday party for the cycle of the year. All right. So, and I know I say so a lot. I don't know how y'all put up with me. Okay. On Samhain, the veil between the living and the dead is said to be very thin. Okay, it is going to be the thinnest that it's going to be throughout the year. This is the night when spirits can walk more freely among us, and that's why you see so much folklore around ghosts and costumes to disguise yourself and offering of food to wandering souls. For witches, now, it is a time of very deep connection. All right. It's perfect for ancestry work if you practice that. And that could be simple things. That could be whether you're lighting a candle for your loved ones or setting out their favorite foods or just speaking their names out loud. The dead are not scary tonight. They're just family coming home. Okay? There are a lot of different ways to celebrate Samhain, and some of my favorite ones are a dumb supper. This one, I don't know why, but I really like this one. So, a dumb supper is a silent meal that's shared with a place set for your ancestors. You would eat in silence and honor their presence. And it doesn't have to be anything elaborate, it could truly be a cup of water and a crust of bread, just something for them. Okay. Now, divination is really, really, really active at this point of the year. So, any tarot work or scrying or pendulum work, this is the night to kind of peek into the future because the spirits are very talkative this time of year. Just because that veil is thin, it's so much easier for them to communicate with us. So, ask those questions, ask those ancestors. And speaking of ancestors, real quick, when I say ancestor work, it does not have to be a blood relative ancestor that you are celebrating when we talk about ancestry work, okay? Because not everybody has that. Not everybody knows their ancestors. It could be anyone or even just the, what's the word I'm looking for? I almost like collaboration. That's not really it, but just the generalized term of ancestor, okay? And it could be, I mean, it could be somebody famous. Maybe you want to honor Albert Einstein, and then you could set a place for Albert Einstein at your table. That's totally acceptable. It can be whatever you want it to be. Like I always say, it's your craft. Okay. Where was I? Oh, bonfires. That's another favorite one. I love this one. I don't get to do it very much just because of where I live, but bonfires are absolutely magical for me. So the Celts themselves would light these huge, great fires to help guide the spirits and to kind of protect the living. Now, you could do this with a fire pit or your fireplace or even just a candle. So, my bonfires more recently have been just candles, but it still has that same energy and that same meaning for me. Okay. A lot of witches practice release rituals this time of year because, but got a little tongue tied there, didn't I? Samhain is also about letting go. So think over the course of this last year. Write down what you want to leave behind in the old year. Okay? Write those things down, burn it, and let the ashes just carry it away from you. Okay? Just let it go. Be like Elsa and let it go. A modern touch on all of this, and this is the part that I love about Samhain, and it truly is one of my favorite Sabbats. Samhain does not have to be big or complicated. All right, like when we get further into a holiday season, especially in the U.S. anyway, you get around Thanksgiving and Christmas, and it is all this huge to do, right? Even though I practice Yule also, we still have Christmas too, kind of. Just because it's tradition and I enjoy it. I like pretty lights and stuff. But Samhain doesn't have to be huge and complicated. I mean, unless you want it to. You could celebrate with just a single candle on your altar or a cup of cider and a whispered thank you to the ones who came before you. Or, like I said, you can go full witchy extravaganza with costumes and rituals and feast. Both of those celebrations are valid. Both are very, very powerful because it is about intention, not spectacle. It is about the intention. So if you put the same intention behind that single candle that you would behind that full extravaganza, it's going to have the same type of power behind it. Okay? So, Samhain is the witch's new year. It is a threshold moment, a doorway. Step through it with reverence, but also with joy. Take those moments of joy. We need more moments of joy. Take a moment to honor the dead. Take a moment to honor yourself. You have survived the year behind you, and now you get to begin again. And that is amazing. Okay? So light your candles, whisper to the spirits, pull your cards, and celebrate the turning of the wheel. Blessed Samhain, my friends. May your night be full of magic, mystery, and love. Thank you for joining me on this quick little Samhain journey. If you enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to follow Raven's Ramblings on Spotify and YouTube and Facebook and TikTok and Instagram. And I think I'm on something else, but I honestly can't remember right now. Share it with your witchy friends. Leave me a comment, send me a message, whatever. Until next time, stay magical, stay safe, and remember, the veil may be thin, but your power is strong. Bye.